Hi everyone, I'm Salah, the founder of Susalix AI. In my previous demos, I showed how AI can help manage service emails and process insurance documents. In this final demo, I'd like to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. So one of the biggest challenges insurance agency owners face isn't necessarily completing the individual tasks. It's knowing what deserves the attention first. So every day there are renewals approaching, certificate requests waiting, claims requiring follow-ups, clients who haven't responded, producers with different workloads, and dozens of competing priorities. So agency owners and managers often spend the first part of their morning simply figuring out where to focus, and this can take a lot of time just to do that, just because there's so many different moving pieces. So this workflow is designed to solve that problem by acting like an AI operations manager. Instead of waiting for your employees to discover problems throughout the day, the AI reviews the agency each morning and prepares an executive summary before the workday even begins. So every morning, you know exactly what you need to focus on and what deserves the most attention first. So basically, every morning, this AI agency operations manager is basically going through and understanding what the state of the company is, how many renewals are coming in, how many claim requests they have, basically any open task that they have. This every morning will send in basically a message to the owners and the managers to basically help them keep track of the company as it goes along. So every morning, this workflow automatically reviews multiple data sources across the agency. So in this example, we're going to look at client information just to see what's needed from every single client, upcoming renewals, claims, certificate requests, producer workloads, and open tasks. So rather than looking at like a spreadsheet individually, the AI would analyze all these different spreadsheets together and then basically identify the highest priorities, recommend where the attention should be focused, and then basically summarize the all these tasks and generate an action plan for the day, so the team knows what they need to work on every single day. So instead of simply displaying the data, the AI provides the recommendation that helps the management decide what should happen next. So basically, we're going to go through this workflow and go through each step and see how it works. So right now, I'm going to manually trigger it, but you could set it for a specific time each day. So you could do 7 a.m. every single day, run this workflow and go through every single different sheet that we're tracking. And this could be from any tool that you're using, not just a Google Sheet, but just like a software that you're using to track your tasks, a CRM, anything that you're using in your company today, we can connect that as well. So it's not just limited to a sheet or anything like that. This is just for the demo. So basically, we're going to go through and first look at what the information it's looking at. So these are like the list of clients that we're working with, what the missing documents are, what their policies are, notes about the client, who the account manager is, their emails, etc. These are renewals. So let's say we have a handful of clients that have an upcoming renewal. We're basically able to identify, okay, when is their renewal date? What do they need? And what's missing? And then also route that to the person on your team that is going to handle that as well. These are different claims that each client has. So any outstanding claims that are open right now, notes about the claim, and then urgency of the claim itself. Certificate requests. So sometimes clients will request these certificate of insurance requests, and we want to keep track of who's requesting what and when they need it. Any open tasks. So by client, maybe there's, the people on your team are putting in open tasks that need to be handled for each client. And, they're tracking it in some sort of software or in a spreadsheet like this. And then basically we're looking at, for every person on your team, what they actually need to work on. So, these are sample producers on the team, how many active accounts they have, how many renewals, open quotes, overdue items, and anything that any notes about their current workflows. So this is basically all the different data points that we're looking at. And then, basically customer service reps as well. So all these different sheets are, different things that you as the owner or manager of the agency might need to look at every single morning, or basically have an update from your team. And that takes time just to understand, what needs individual attention, what's the highest priority. So this workflow will basically go through all those different sheets or all those different data sources that you're tracking on a day-to-day within your agency, and basically build an executive summary every single morning for you to take a look at, so that you don't have to basically go do it yourself. So we're going to basically execute this workflow and basically go through and see how it works. So right now it's going through every single client sheet that I just showed just now and building extracting all the relevant information from that, and it feeds it to an AI of your choice. So right now we're using ChatGPT as the model, as the brains behind the workflow. Basically all that information is passed into an AI model, and this is all secure within your workspace. So it's not, you don't have to worry about sensitive data being sent over to the AI. It's all enclosed within a secure enterprise workspace, so you don't have to worry about sensitive data being fed into the AI. Basically, from there, the AI is able to understand the information from all those different data sources, come up with a plan on what's most important, and then basically build a operations dashboard where you can look every single morning and see what's the highest priority, what's needed from every single member of your team. And this is sent via a chat to you and also an email. So if you're using Google Chat, Google Email, Outlook, Teams, any single software that you're using for your company, this can connect to that as well. So basically the workflow ran. So we're going to look at what it was able to do and basically discuss, where the value of this is. So within our chat, we can see this is the morning brief. So, there's high priority accounts, 4 of them this week, 4 renewals this week, 3 claims that need follow-up, and 9 missing documents. It identifies the top priorities of the day. So, it ranks them what's most important to least important, and then what the recommendation is for you. So this is like a morning summary from chat, and then there's also a email that you receive as well with more details. So it goes through and it gives you like a summary of what's going on within your business, who needs to work on what are the top 5 priorities for the team, what are your recommendations for you, what are the tasks that you can assign to your customer service reps, and then the recommended follow-ups for your clients, and then basically any next steps that you need to do. So basically every morning it goes through all your information and gives you an organizational summary for what you need to work on for the day. So another part of this workflow is basically we not only get the chat alerts and the executive emails, but it also updates the operations dashboard for you to take a look at every single morning. So this is the example of what that looks like. So basically, based on all these tabs that it goes through and understands what's going on within the business, it gives you, what the next steps are, what the priorities are for today, high priority accounts, today's priorities, basically all these different, metrics and things to look at for how you prioritize what to work on that day and what that for that week. This dashboard kind of gives you a plan after going through all the different data sources that you're tracking within your business. So right now we're using Google Sheets, but like I said, it can be from any data source you're using, whether it's your agency management system or your CRM or your database, whatever you're using to keep track of these tasks and this data. You can connect all that to the workflow and basically get a summary every single morning. So that's in addition to the webhook Google Chat that basically sent over. So the Google Chat message you receive, it's in addition to that, and then also to the executive email that you receive as well. And so this is where I believe AI becomes much more than just automation. Instead of simply just completing repetitive tasks, AI begins to help you as an agency owner make better operational decisions. So managers no longer have to spend time gathering information every single day from multiple systems before they can prioritize the day. Instead, every morning they can wake up with a organized summary in their inbox for everything that's happening across the agency. And this will allow you to focus on coaching your employees, helping your clients, and making better business decisions rather than just collecting information, which takes a lot of time. And basically AI isn't replacing the agency owner. It's basically adding someone into your company that can speed up the team and help you be more organized. So, why is this important? Basically, as your agency continues to grow, the complexity of the tasks that you're doing continues to grow with it. So there's more clients, more employees, more renewals, more information that you need to review, and basically this AI is helping you simplify the complexity by turning it into a request for a dashboard and a chat that basically has clear priorities for what you need to do every single morning. So across these three demos, we've looked at three different ways AI can support insurance agencies. The first one focused on managing your incoming service requests through your inbox. The second one was focusing on reviewing insurance documents that your clients are sending to you. And the third one is basically helping your leadership understand what deserves attention every single morning or every single day and prioritizing that. So basically each workflow solves a different business problem, but they all share the same objective of reducing repetitive work and helping you spend more time serving your clients rather than managing your admin work. And if you'd like to explore how AI can improve workflows within your agency, I'd be happy to schedule a conversation and discuss your processes. Thank you very much for watching.